Ready for another post-apocalyptic sci-fi story, even with absurd elements? Get ready because we're about to start. 10 years after nuclear bombs devastated the world, we are on Earth. The humans who survived became sterile and sick from the radiation, which also transformed some harmless animals into beasts. The frogs mutated into almost humanoid beings and now compete for the planet with the few humans that remain. Most remaining humans live in one of the last cities, called Frog Town. Here, everyone only cares about themselves. Kindness and camaraderie have disappeared. There is only theft and the struggle for survival. Amidst the chaos, we see a man, Ran, kill a human with a revolver. A rare occurrence since weapons are scarce and few people possess them. The scene shifts to an interrogation room where we meet Sam Hill, the protagonist, who is being beaten by his boss, Devlin. Sam had relations with his boss's daughter, which is a big problem due to the strange mutations that can be transmitted through sex contact. Before Devlin attacks Sam with a broken bottle, two medical officers enter and save him, showing their badges to the captain and outranking him. The captain's daughter is pregnant, which makes Sam possibly the only fertile man left on Earth, representing a new hope for humanity. Devlin shows no interest and seeks to attack, but Spangle, a medical officer, puts him in a hold that knocks him out. She may be attractive, but she's definitely not defenseless. Sam is quickly transferred, now considered government property. His new role involves receiving women in their fertile period and using his ability to get them pregnant. His mission is crucial, but they impose a chastity belt to prevent his soldiers from being wasted with inappropriate touches. Only Spangle holds the key to release him. The next morning, his transport arrives with his security officer, a woman known as Sentinela, famous for her marksmanship and skill with weapons. The team sets off early. They have a long way to go if they want to reach the facilities where Sam will have to do most of his work. Upon reaching Frog Town's border, they realize Devlin is waiting, intending to kill Sam and blame the mutants. However, Sentinela reacts quickly and unleashes an impressive machine gun, which leads Devlin to urgently reconsider his sinister plan. Upon leaving the city, Spangle changes the instructions and tells them the mutant leader has many fertile women captive, and their mission is to free them so Sam can impregnate them all. Upon learning they'll face the mutant leader, Sam doubts his tool's necessity. Seizing a moment of Spangle's distraction, he decides to escape. Suddenly, he feels an electric shock in his body. From his penis, he discovers that Spangle can give him shocks at will. This way he can keep him under control and prevent any possibility of escape. That night they set up camp in the desert and prepare to sleep. Spangle hears strange noises, goes out, and finds Sentinela kissing Sam. She tries to unbuckle his belt, but an electric shock separates them. Shortly after, Sentinela alerts them that the motion sensors activated, and when they check the area, they find a scared woman. Immediately, Spangle wants to test her to see if she is fertile. Once confirmed, he injects her with a sedative so Sam can do his job, but he refuses. He will not have sex with an unconscious woman just to impregnate her. It doesn't work that way. Spangle, completely unaware of the meaning of feelings, undresses and tries to seduce Sam to perform his task. However, he demonstrates admirable self-control and firmness in his position. The next morning, Spangle finds the woman sharing the sleeping bag with Sam, so she removes his belt for him to do his thing. She tells them that she escaped from a mutant settlement. She can tell them where it is, but they must give her food and water to reach the border. Immediately afterwards, the team prepares to enter the settlement. For this, Spangle must pretend to be Sam's property, so he ties a chain around her neck and makes sure to return some of the mistreatment she gave him. While they enter, Sentinela will provide cover, and after dressing Spangle in a provocative outfit, the mission begins. Sam arrives at the settlement. Amazed to find humans in this place, he heads to the bar with the intention of speaking to the leader who has the girls. In this place, he meets his old friend Lonnie, who reveals to him that the mutants are not so different from the others, like everyone else. They just long to live in peace. Lonnie asks him what he's doing there, and Sam tells him that he's come to sell a girl. She can dance very well and could earn some money with her. However, Lonnie suggests that if the girl is fertile, he could sell her to Leroy, the leader of the mutants. In this way he could obtain a greater profit and perhaps receive a commission for the information. This was exactly what Sam had been wishing for, and soon his friend leads them to the mysterious Leroy. There, he makes him an offer, but when Sam least expects it, he is attacked by a huge mutant who leaves him lying there and takes Spangle. When Sam wakes up, he is being seduced by Arabella, a mutant woman who wants to have the first child of both species. But before she can achieve her goal, the belt begins a countdown. It turns out they have strayed too far from Spangle and it will soon explode, sending them both to hell. Sam uses this to hold Arabella and tell her the only way to save her is to take him to the girl. She agrees and they run to Sodom's hideout, the mutant who traffics weapons. He has a harem of women, with Spangle as his latest acquisition. Unfortunately, Sam is captured by a mutant named Toddy. He is addicted to technology and upon seeing Sam's belt, he thinks it's a weapon and subdues him to take it off. Sam pretends to be against it but silently appreciates Toddy removing the belt. But when he pulls out a chainsaw and starts cutting, it's clear he doesn't care if he cuts Sam in two. Suddenly, an electric shock is unleashed and Sam begins to rot. Fortunately, Toddy manages to remove the belt before it kills him, but the countdown resumes and Toddy is injured by the explosion. Arabella appears and frees him, but when they try to escape, Toddy reappears and impales her with metal, and Sam finally kills him. With the death of Arabella and Toddy, Sam is now free and has access to the weapons that Sodom brought. With these, he attacks the main hall, where Spangle is forced to dance by a mutant. Bullets fly and Sodom escapes. Fortunately, they have enough time to guide the girls out of there, but they don't get far as Toddy's reinforcements appear. Now they have been caught again and Lonnie, realizing they won't be returning, fires a flare to signal Sentinela that they need support. She uses the truck's weapons to bring hell to the place, allowing Lonnie to cover his friend and get them out of there. They all get on the truck, but Lonnie is injured and dies a few minutes later. As they flee, Sodom and his people chase them in Mad Max-style cars across the desert. The team manages to lose Sodom in the mountains, but they are surprised by a masked man using an RPG. This turns out to be Devlin, who is Sodom's partner and sells police weapons to the mutants for profit. Now he has a missile aimed at the man who impregnated his daughter and is eager to pull the trigger. With a quick move, Sam surprises him and stabs a dagger into his chest. Devlin falls off a cliff, but he's still not out of danger. Span tells him that RPG can help them against Sodom, so Sam goes down to retrieve it, but only finds the dagger and there is no sign of Devlin. Not far from there, he finds the body, but when distracted, it gets up and aims the RPG at him. Luckily, Sam reacts and shoots it in the chest. Then he returns with the RPG and surprises Sodom and his men from behind. The problem is that the weapon jams, and now Sodom takes advantage of that to attack, giving Sam a tremendous beating until he is almost dead. In a final effort, Sam pokes the mutant's eyes and then attacks him relentlessly, managing to drive him to the edge of a cliff and using the dagger to cut off the hand he was holding on with, causing Sodom to fall into the void and meet his death. The movie ends with Sam driving Sodom's car through the desert, and Spangle reminds him that he has a lot of work ahead, as they have just rescued a dozen fertile women who are ready for him. And that's how this great movie ends. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and thanks for